Everybody, happy spring. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. You see our feathered trio right there and a rogue frisbee. I am excited to show you a couple of silly little new things that we have going on in our yard, but then I have a confession and sort of a problem. I'm looking for advice, opinions. So whether or not you have chickens, you can help me out here in a minute. So the new things that we've got going on, we have our little wren houses that have the license plate roofs. I have 3 of them. We've got a humming feeder. We've seen hummingbirds here in South Texas this past week. It's the very beginning of April. I hope you all had a great Easter too. We got some solar lights, which we're really excited about. These are the ones that have little solar panels on them. And then when it starts to get dark, of course, they have their little color changing lights until they run out of power. And what are you doing, Ziggy? This is our master bedroom, and my daughter still sleeps in our room. So every night after we brush our teeth and we change diapers and we get in our pajamas and we read our story, we get to look out at our little fairy lights, and it's really special. The other new thing I wanted to show you, other than the fact that we have an old tire we can use, is we got the kids, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to not make you motion sickness with me walking here. We have all of our kids' new seeds and everything planted. We got them, they got some seeds and some little flower pots for Easter. These little metal looking flower pots, there's 2 different sizes. There's a round one and then there's an oval one. Those were at the dollar store. And then they had all different kinds of seed packets that were 4 for $1. So we just had to drill some holes in the bottom of these, and then the kids decorated them with stickers. But they've got zinnias, we've got sweet peas, we've got beans. I've got my iris bulbs, if you can see, they're coming in. My peppermint, of course, is unkillable, and so is my rosemary. So this is our blueberry bush that we bought at Walmart like 1.5 years ago, and it literally just looked like a stick for 1.5 years. And I just left it there, and now look at it, it's going crazy. Our peach tree that was also from Walmart, because I felt sorry for it. It had about 1 billion blooms on it, and now we've got a whole bunch of peaches. So that's always encouraging. So, but now that you see my sad little garden here in pots that's got the maimed chicken wire on it, now comes my conundrum, if you will. Here comes my problem. We are, and I can't believe I'm saying this, like after everything we've been through, but we are getting really tired of our chickens free ranging in the yard. And my husband is totally ready to lock them up. And I'm not, but I'm getting there. I'm really close. So here's just some information that we've looked up preliminarily, and why we're kind of having this battle. We are in a neighborhood, so we don't have a farm, we don't have acreage. Like, this is the extent of our property. We have young children, and we love to be outside, which means they're out playing. You know, obviously you can see we play everything from soccer to frisbee to all different kinds of ball and catch. We have slides, swing sets, all this kind of stuff. And because our yard is a pretty good size for our area, we like to have other kids around too. All of our kids' birthday parties are always here in the yard. So the problem is that there is just an endless amount of bird poop, chicken poop, and also I can't keep any plants. Hey, Gabriel, look at me, quit screaming. I had sweet potato plants that were around here, and those are a pretty hardy vine that, you know, they keep coming back, and they have just been, they can't keep up with the chickens eating them. And then of course I love planting things. I love gardening. I want to have a lot more because that's, you know, kind of pathetic. Plus we own this house, we're not renting. So I mean, we could put stuff in the ground, but I don't want to because, you know, we have to fence everything off and then the chickens are going to eat it and it's just a big old pain. So we're thinking about this back zone here. The kids and the animals don't really go back there. So we're thinking about zoning off this whole area. And just because it would be a lot easier on us instead of, oh, we have people coming over, so now we have to power wash the deck and all of this other stuff. We do want to put a cover on our porch. That's kind of a side note. But then people were like, oh, well, you could just hot wire fence, you know, the porch so that the chickens can't get on the porch. And then, you know, when you guys go outside, just shut it off so the kids won't get zapped. And then you could put a fence around your garden. And then you could put a fence around this and put a fence around this and put a fence around this to keep the chickens out. And the more we started thinking, you know, not only of time, but of cost and also aesthetically how it would look. I just thought, you know what? it's kind of turning into Rorschach now. It's like, now it'd be easier to lock you guys up. So what we would do is pretty much give them this whole back zone of the yard. Now, in looking, you want to use a fence that's minimum of 4 feet high. 6 feet would be probably what we would do. It would be better. And we keep our girls' wings clipped too, so they can hop up onto like my trusty storage bin. You guys love my Rubbermaid storage bin. They can hop up there and like from there onto the roof. But right now they couldn't fly over a 6-foot fence or anything. So you do need to clip their wings. We honestly, we clip one wing. We only clip one, and then that's sufficient. So we're going to check their wings again. And then if they are staying in the run, remember the coop is technically the indoor part where they sleep, and then the run is their yard, if you will. Their run, you're supposed to have a minimum of 8 or 9 feet per bird, 8 or 9 square feet per bird. We would do way more than that, because we would give them, you know, a whole big section of yard. From me to the fence, that's at least 18 feet. You know, and then all the way back there is farther. So I don't know what to do. I hate the fact that they've had free reign of the yard, and then I would limit them. You know, what we may do is just lock them up in the nice times of the year, and then maybe once it gets to be winter and, you know, my plants all kind of die back, then I could put the plants in the garage or something. The kids won't be running around and playing outside, so then the chickens could have the yard again. I don't know, but I'm getting really sick of chicken poop being on everything because they won't stay off the porch. And I really want more plants. We've got a little bit of extra money to where we want to plant. We want to plant some stuff, and I'm leery to plant anything because nobody wants to spend money that's going to be just for birds. And even if they get treats, and even if they have their, you know, their crumble or their layer food, their pellets out 24/7, I mean, of course they still want to forage. They still want to eat other stuff. Brats. So I think the little things about having the chickens out in the yard and them running up to the door when they see me and wanting to be in the sandbox with the children and stuff, it used to be endearing and cute. But now that we're like, no, our kids are older, we want to be out here. We have a little pool for the kids. You know, we have a water table. I mean, we have, you know, you can see our yard is a pretty decent size. So we could have a lot of kids out here playing with playgroup and, you know, all kinds of stuff, but except for birds. but birds, don't you pet my foot. I got a tattoo on my foot over Christmas, and now the chickens, and it literally is, it's a bug, it's a cricket. And so now they're always pecking at my feet. Go away, leave me alone. So if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, there's a pooping corgi. If you have any thoughts about what we should do, of course, if we do it, they're still going to get treats. You know, we're still going to check on them and love on them, and they'll be our little feather babies. But I think we need to restore some balance here in the Real Simple Mama compound, if you will. And I don't know. I love them. I'm not going to get rid of them or anything like that, but them being around the whole yard and being able to poop on everything and tear up all of my plants and dig in pots and all of that other stuff, it's just too much. So instead of fencing off this and then fencing off that and then fencing off this and this and this, it's like, no, I think we're going to fence you off instead. So, and I'm really a little heartbroken that I've seriously been considering it, because I'm always the animal advocate, and these are the only pets that I've ever had that live outside. So I already, have a bleeding heart for them, I guess. But, I mean, we want plants, and we want our kids to be able to play, and friends to be able to come over and play without there being chicken poop everywhere, and with my plants having a chance to survive. So if you have any questions beyond that, if you have suggestions for me or advice or what you would do, again, keeping in mind that we've got young children, that's the main thing. The plants is one thing, but we're getting really sick of there being, honestly, if they're just being crap everywhere. So I don't know. I'm not there yet with certain about the decision, but I'm pretty close. So they would have, a large area. We'd still throw mealworms. I would honestly plant them marigolds and stuff like that and make them a little garden of, stuff that's good for chickens, that's safe for them. But I'm just trying to make everybody happy, trying to do everything, trying to have the solution that's the best case scenario for everything. And I think that's going to be what we end up doing. So I'll definitely keep you all posted. I appreciate all of the comments, all of the positive feedback. I'm glad that I'm helping people, whether it's with our coop or just with chicken common sense and just things that we've learned by trial and error. But you know, you guys, please let me know what you're thinking, what you advise, and I will let you know if we move forward on anything. So just sort of a checking in, happy spring, showing you what's going on here, and I guess kind of seeing what other people think. But I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. You can find parenting content as well as chicken-related content on realsimplemama.com. That's also my name on all social media, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, if you do all that kinds of stuff, and then of course here on YouTube. But from my little flock to yours, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really appreciate hearing from all of you guys. And we will check in again with you very soon.